What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite transformational figure, Lionheart LaQuinn. I'm excited about tonight. We are going to go over not only how to think as a professional trader, but I just want you guys to know I will be your trader instructor tonight. We are doing an impromptu class. Won't take longer than 15 minutes, and I just want to make sure that I'm providing value to you guys. But I'll say it like this: tonight is going to be a very special day because it correlates. Very special class because it correlates with what went down in the market today. In a nutshell, there's going to be times where you take losses. It's going to make you want to walk away. It's going to make you disgusted. It's going to make you sick to your stomach. You're going to get all types of feelings in your body, and you got to be able to control that and still make the next best trade. All right. I'm saying that again. You got to be able to control that and make the next best trade. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips to help you put yourself in the mindset of a professional trader. This is very important because that's technically what you're aiming for. If you're watching this, if you're on Lions Wall Street, you want to become a professional trader, and that doesn't mean you're in the markets all day. That doesn't mean you're stalking the charts. That's not what that means. What that means is you know how to make informed professional decisions on how to grow your accounts. You got me? So the first thing I want you guys to think about, I want you guys to stop expecting. Right? When you go into a trade, you're expecting to win. You're expecting to win big. Right? You're expecting. I want you guys to stop expecting and just understand, it's all about probability. And it's, like I said, you don't need more than a 60% winning rate to be profitable. If you're in the 80 and 90%, kudos to you. But you don't need a huge winning rate to be profitable consistently. You got me? So I want you guys to think about that. So when I say stop expecting, don't expect to every trade is going to be an awesome trade. Don't expect that. What you want to do, just make sure that you're focusing on the work. Head down. You did your fundamental analysis. You did your technical analysis. You did your due diligence, and you waited. You were patient. You were disciplined. You waited for the right price. These are all things that you need to be able to do while you're trading. You guys got to excuse my sniffling. Got a little bit of cold. Still getting it. No matter. No excuses, right? So stop expecting. That's what I want you guys to think about. All right. The second thing, your losses, man. Your losses. I'm gonna go over today's loss. That was huge today. I only lost like 4 trades this week, but nonetheless, look at Bitcoin doing its thing. It's Thistleton going up to 58. Shout out to all my Bitcoiners out there. But we were trading gold this morning, and I'm gonna show you the drop that we were a part of. I believe it. This is it right here. So this whole time, I've been watching it since like before around this area. It was creeping up, slow, steady growth, slow, steady growth. And then out of nowhere, bam, I went in for a buy right here. And sure enough, this is on the 15-minute frame, but 30 minutes later, the market tanks because the market started running. And I knew the market had a possibility of running, but I thought it was going to run up, and it didn't. So when I tell you I ended up closing my trade right here, it's hit my stop loss. I had a much bigger lot size. But nonetheless, I waited till it came down. I was patient. I was patient. I looked at the next best trade. And when I say the next best trade, I need to go find the next level, the next support level, the next resistance level, depending on what you're trading, right? And where the price is at. But you want to go find that next level and just understand it's going to reverse sooner or later, right? And it did. It did. It dropped all the way down. This is the exact type of trades that I specifically like to take. I like to see very, very strong like this, bearish candles, all the way down to support, right? And then I literally ended like right here. And so I got not only my profits back, but I rode it all the way up to about 17. I was still trading at 1785. So I rode it back up to about right here. And then I was done for the day. And I knew it was still going to go up just from the fact that it was going up, but I had already hit my quota and then some. I'm like, I'm good. I'm staying disciplined, right? That's what I want you guys to focus on. When I talk about becoming a professional trader, it's about discipline. It's about building habits where even though your mind's saying, oh yeah, you can go get more. Yeah, you could. But if you hit your goal, come back tomorrow. It's another day. Do the same thing again. If you really got it, you got it. The money's not going anywhere, right? There's never a fear of missing out of opportunities. Don't have the FOMO, right? So keep your losses in your past, because what I could have lost here, and that was like a pretty big loss. With the lot size that I had, because I was expecting it to keep shooting up, and it didn't. So it wasn't enough to like over leverage my account, but at the same time, it was a pretty hefty loss. And so what I could have did was just like, you know what? And what I've done before in the past, and I'm talking about from experience, what I've done in the past is I've literally walked away from the market just because, it frustrated me to the point where I was ready to throw the laptop, right? But I've been in this situation enough times now to be like, you know what? The next best trade is coming up. Go find that and go make sure that this loss is erased from your history. You got me? Go erase that loss from your history by having a much better trade. You got me? So I was patient. It got down there pretty quick. What I was waiting for was a little bit of resistance around this area, the 1760 area, which it has been respecting over and over again over these past few weeks. So I automatically knew that, this was going to be an area that it was going to respect. And I didn't know if it was I wasn't sure. I'm never 100% sure on anything. But what I do know is I can set a tight stop loss, right? Set a tight stop loss and make sure my net is set so that I can get these pips. That's all you really want to focus on. So when I say stop expecting and just set your net. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you go fishing, you might not catch a fish for 2-3 days, right? But sooner or later, there's gonna be a fish that comes through your net and you're good. You such a big fish, you might be eating for the next 2 weeks off of one fish. I don't know how big of a fish that gotta be, but you get the point what I'm saying. Just have your net set. That's what your stop losses are for. It's out of your hands. Instead of they say give it to God, right? Have your stop loss set, give it to God, find the next best trade, do it over again, repeat. All right. The next big thing I want you guys to understand, you have to understand your emotional triggers, right? You have to understand your emotional triggers. So when they arise, you know that it's an emotional trigger and it's not going to affect you from how you're reading the market. You got me? And what I specifically mean by that, like I said, this was an emotional trigger for me because I could have quit and give up like I've done in the past and was like, you know what, I'm done with the market. I'll be back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But then I would have missed out on all this growth. I would have missed out on a better trade, right? So this is an emotional trigger for me. It made me, I'm instantly upset, made me instantly frustrated. I'm like, what the hell? The market's been going up all day. Why is the market picking on me, right? No, that's not what I said. Exactly. But, that's how it can come off sometimes. And when the market's playing with your mind, because you understand it's manipulators out there that make people get out the market. I'm sure a lot of people walked away and just closed their laptops and went on about their day after this drop to like right here. You see what I'm saying? So understand your emotional triggers and don't let it affect you hopping back into the market and setting your net. All right. Set that net. All right. So I'm going to need you guys to understand what your main job is as a professional trader. Your main job is to build equity in your accounts. Your job is not to be right. You got me? Your job is not to be right about where the market is going. You can always adjust. You can always, there's certain things that you can do to manage your trades, right? I.e. cutting losses early, i.e. Getting in at a better position, cutting those losses early, getting in at a better position. Now that you see the market is really going down or really going to a better price that you really wanted, right? Be bold enough to cut that trade at its early loss so that you can have maximal gains on the back end, right? Your goal isn't to be right, it's to make money. Let's make this money, no matter how you do it. If you're right and you're big right, awesome. If you're wrong, be willing to accept the loss and move forward. You got me? Your job is not to be right. It's to stack equity however it happens. I'm not sure, but if you guys have ever been in a trade where, you wasn't expecting that to happen, it happens both ways. It happens both ways, but it's in your favor this time. You weren't right, but nonetheless, it just ended up working out for you. That does happen as well, too. Continue to put yourself in the mindset of abundance, and that's going to happen more often than not. You got me? The next thing, if it's unclear to what you're looking at, if you're unclear about whether the market is going up or down, whether it's an uptrend or downtrend because of indicators are giving you mixed signals, I say like this. I knew this was going to be a jump. I called this early in the morning. Y'all saw my market report in Lions Wall Street. I called this early in the morning, and I sent that message out like around right here, right? Around this time frame. That was after me kind of seeing it slowly, gradually build, right? But I was so clear about it because I went to the one day time frame, and then I just saw the fact that it was like right here. And this was after all these weeks, right? This is about 2 weeks worth of nothing but downward momentum. The market has been ready for a reverse. We just had NFP last week, so market was definitely comfortable with shooting up to 1785. So there was just a lot of different signs that I saw that the market was going to jump up, and that's basically how I knew. You see what I'm saying? That's all that was. And when I went down to the 4-hour time frame, it was telling me that it was still on the rise. When I went to every time frame was telling me it was on the rise except for the immediate 5 in 1 minute time frames, and you don't ever want to go off of that based on a long-term decision, basing a long-term decision off a short time period. You got me? What's next? So if you're unclear, you got mixed indicators, just stay out the market. You don't want to lose money just because you're unsure. Like I said, high quality, high probability trades. Keep placing those perfectly placed bricks. All right. Stack, stack, stack. Next thing, 2 trading styles you need. There's 2 trading styles you need, right? When you're first starting off, right? You're becoming a professional trader. You're getting into the rhythm of, trading every day or trading every other day, or at least having a consistent pattern. You're finding your favorite peers that you like to trade. I'll do a class on that, how to find your favorite peers, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But there's 2 trading styles that you need. The one that's going to make you money now, and the one that is going, once you evolve, once you get that education, once you get that growth that you've been waiting for, you've been watching the videos, you're going to become a different trader. Find that trading style that matches you. What did you evolve to? That's the second trading style that you need to have, because you'll start to notice that maybe this trading time isn't good because you have work or something, or whatever reason it is, this trading style isn't working for you, right? I teach people scalping. That's like my main trading method. Do I do intraday trading? Once in a while. It's far and few between, because I like to get in the market and I like to get out the market. That works for me. I got all the time today. I'm a free man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I go with it. But you want to find that second trading style, and that happens over time. It's not going to happen like that. You got me? This is actually a good price, by the way, if anybody wants to get in at 1790, unless it just starts to tank. But I've been waiting for 1790 for like the past 3 hours, so we'll see. Last thing, understand the market is not against you. And I'm gonna give you prime example, because Randy was literally with me on this one. Where we at? On the 15, right? So I was like, oh yeah, Randy, it's about to go up. It's about to go up, man. Yeah, hey, you can still get him for buy. You can see, and he trusted me, and I'm glad he did. And then I'm talking about as soon as it was on this candle, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good price. You should get him for a buy. Bam, market tanks. He got him for that buy, and a market tank. And I know he was like, oh, what did I do to the world to deserve this? Right? What did I do to the world to deserve this? But the market is not against you. Shit happens. Move forward. Let it go. Breathe. Let your losses stay in the past. Just make sure you reflect from it. Note the time, because obviously it was during running the market, and what we more normally, me and Randy have been doing, is staying out of the market when the market runs, and that's kept us safe. But at the same time, we've also missed out on opportunities. But nonetheless, it's never you really missed out, because there's always another opportunity. So just keep that in mind. If I could do it over again, I would have waited maybe another 10 minutes, and then I would have saw that, and then I would have only ate from this this level right here. I would have saw this after that 10 minutes. It would have tanked it right here, and then I would say, hey, let's just wait a few more moments. Then I would have waited for it to come to this level. So tomato. It was a hard thing to predict exactly that it was going to drop that much. It's outside of the fact that the market was running. All right. So just understand the market is not against you. That is all I have for the day. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal trading week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And also on Lionheart Capital Sunday markups, we'll be going over the results. It looks like we are all good on just about all those trades, except for Bitcoin. Bitcoin shocked us a little bit. I was expecting for it to drop down. If I don't have any questions right now, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Any questions?
No questions. Really appreciate it.
All day. Awesome. Cool. So from there, Queens and Kings, it's Lionheart LeQuinn, your favorite transformational figure. Tonight I was your trading instructor. Tomorrow I'll be your boxing instructor. The next day I'll be your guru on how to meditate. I don't know what I'm doing next, but I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Please remember to like, subscribe, share this with somebody who can get value from it. We're out here to grow as a community, as a trading community, more importantly, an investor community, because there's a lot of different platforms to invest in. This is just one of them. Let's continue to get to the bag, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Keep grinding. Rah.